World Series Game 6, the Red Sox and the Cardinals at a sold-out Fenway Park as the Red Sox trying to clinch the title at home for the first time since 1918. There's Carlton Fisk with the fake beard, the Game 6 World Series hero from 1975. He's joined by Louis Tion for these ceremonial first pitches. Shane Victorino back in the lineup after missing the previous 2 games with a bad back. Victorino dropped from 2nd to 6th in the order as he is hitless in the Fall Classic. With the start for the home team in Game 6 is John Lackey as he faces Carlos Beltran top 1, bases empty, 1 man away. Beltran the hard shot into right, but right there is second baseman Dustin Pedroia as he guns down Beltran. The Red Sox employing the shift right here, and it works to perfection as Dustin Pedroia is right there to snag it. John Farrell loves what he sees. The Cardinals would not score. Opposing Lackey Michael Wacha as he now faces Pedroia in the bottom of the first as Dustin sends it high and deep down the left field line, but this one curls just foul. This one eerily reminiscent of Pedroia's shot in Game 6 of the ALCS. Pedroia trying to channel his inner Carlton Fisk, if you will. He would then ground out, and this game was scoreless after 1. Let's go back to Lackey, top 2. He's in some trouble. First and second, nobody down as he faces Matt Adams. Big City smacks this one into left field. Johnny Gomes ranges back, and he makes the catch on the track. That's out number 1. 2 batters later, it is now second and third, 2 men away as Lackey stares in at John Jay, and he gets him on the hook. That puts out the fire. The Cardinals threaten, but they do not score. Let's go top 3. It is Beltran back at the plate. It is 1 on and 1 away as Beltran sends this one to short. A room service double play ball. Stephen Drew gets it started. That closes out the frame. Now we go bottom 3. It's Wacha in some trouble. It is 2 on and 2 down. Johnny Gomes at the plate. And what a time for Wacha to hit his first batter as a professional. That loads the bases for the Red Sox. And it sets the stage for the next batter, Shane Victorino, as he digs in with the patriotic footwear, the Flying Hawaiian, looking to do some damage against the rookie phenom.
Swing, there's a fly ball left field deep. And this ball is going to be off the green. It hits the Covidian sign. Ellsbury scores. Ortiz scores. Here comes Gomes to the plate. The throw. He slides. He's saved. 3-run score. And over to third, Victorino pounding his chest. 3-0 Red Sox.
Victorino coming through again in the postseason with the bases loaded. WEEI with the call. Johnny Gomes safe on a close play. The Flying Hawaiian gives the Red Sox a 3-0 lead as they're off to a flying start. But the Cardinals look to answer in the top of the 4th. It is 2 men on again for Adams, who again sends it into left and again into the waiting glove of Johnny Gomes. That is out number 2 for the Red Sox. So it's up to the next batter, David Freese, to salvage the inning for St. Louis. The 2011 World Series MVP with a struggle thus far in the Fall Classic. As Lackey looks to escape another jam, and he gets Freese on a called third strike. The Cardinals once again threaten, but they do not score. Home half of the 4th now, and leading off the frame for the Red Sox, the struggling Stephen Drew.
High drive, right center, deep, back by the bullpen, and it is gone! The Red Sox lead it 4-0, Stephen Drew.
That is WEEI once again later in the inning with a man at third base and 2 men away. Wacha issues the intentional walk to David Ortiz. One of 3 intentional free passes Big Papi would draw on the night. That was it for Wacha as he departs down 4-0. So Wacha gives way to Lance Lynn, and the first man he faces is Mike Napoli, now with runners on the corners, and Napoli comes through, back in the lineup for the first time since Game 2. Napoli makes it a 5-0 lead for the Red Sox. 2 batters later, they're loaded once again for Victorino, and the Flying Hawaiian loves hitting in the postseason with the sacks packed. Another one comes in. It is 6-0 Red Sox, and they are rolling. Let's go back to Lackey in the top of the 5th. Now getting some help from his D as Lackey faces Daniel Descalso with a man at first base. The low line drive. Stephen Drew's got this one. The nice lunging grab to his left. The Cardinals would not score. Bottom 5, it is Kevin Seacrest dealing to Dustin Pedroia. Jacoby Ellsbury at first base after reaching on a 2-out error, but Ellsbury is hung out to dry. Now, if you're looking for a microcosm of the Cardinals' Game 6 performance, here it is. Ellsbury somehow escapes as the Cardinals botch the rundown, but the Red Sox would not score. Top 6, Lackey deals to Yadier Molina, the shot up the middle. Dustin Pedroia with a great play. That is out number 2. Outstanding play again by Pedroia in the field. Next batter for the Cards, Matt Adams, the swing and a miss. It is still 6-0 Red Sox, but the Cardinals threaten top 7 They've got second and third, 2 men away, and this time Beltran finds the hole on the left side as the Red Sox have the shift going again. St. Louis on the board at 6-1. John Farrell comes out to the mound, but John Lackey says, "Come on, this is my guy," referring to the next batter, Matt Holliday. So Lackey remains in the game, but on a 2-1 pitch from Lackey, he issues his second wild pitch of the night as Beltran moves up from first to second. So now with second and third, 2 men away, Lackey issues the walk to Holliday to load the bases, and that was it for John Lackey. He departs following 6 2/3 innings, getting the huge hand and the appreciative hugs from his teammates. He gives way to Junichi Tozawa as he faces Alan Craig, the major league leader in batting average in the regular season, with runners in scoring position.
He deals. Swing line drive to first, knocked down by Napoli, picks it up. Underhands to Tozawa, they get the out. And the Cardinals leave him loaded.
That is WEEI once again. So let's go to the top of the ninth. It is still a 6-1 game. Koji Uehara trying to slam the door. The first man he faces, John Jay, flies out to left field. Johnny Gomes puts it away. That's out number 1. Next batter for the Redbirds is Daniel Descalso. He meets a similar fate as he also flies out to Gomes in left. The Boston Red Sox are 1 out away from winning it all as Uehara now faces Matt Carpenter.
One more strike to get. Koji ready. He turns on the rubber, the 2-2 home. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. The 2013 Red Sox are the world champions and Boston strong. Bedlam at Fenway Park as the Red Sox clinch the World Series at Fenway for the first time in 95 years. What a remarkable, unexpected gift of a season. This Red Sox team helping to guide Boston out of the despair of the marathon tragedy in April to the ultimate joy of winning the World Series 6 months later. From last to best, the Red Sox have won their 3rd World Championship in 10 years. And they've done it at Fenway Park.
WEEI once again with the call. The Boston Red Sox with an incredible turnaround from a dismal 2012 to the pinnacle of baseball in 2013. John Farrell winning it all in his first season as Red Sox skipper. David Ortiz, your World Series MVP after hitting .688 in the Fall Classic. And let the champagne flow. The Boston Red Sox are the 2013 World Series champions. It is their 8th World Series title overall. The Red Sox are the second team to go from last place to winning the World Series the next season, joining the 1991 Minnesota Twins. David Ortiz becomes the first non-Yankee to win 3 championships with the same team since Jim Palmer did so with the Baltimore Orioles. Meantime, John Lackey becomes the first pitcher in baseball history to start and win a clinching game of the World Series for 2 different teams. For much more on the Red Sox World Series win at Fenway Park, here's Tim McMaster with Jack Morris.
For most of the 2013 World Series, it seemed like David Ortiz was the only guy that was going to swing a big bat for the Red Sox. But in Game 6, when the Cardinals pitched around Ortiz, the rest of the Red Sox stepped up.
You know, it's always the little guys, the names you don't expect that come through in a big way, and Shane Victorino was that guy again here in Boston tonight. The big 3-run double put the team ahead, and then Stephen Drew with a big hit, the home run, and 2 hits in tonight's game. He'd been missing pitches by 2 feet, but he came through here tonight for Boston.
Yeah, Drew had been great defensively throughout the series, but finally steps up with the big bat. And for Shane Victorino, Game 6 of the ALCS, a grand slam as the team clinches, and then tonight the big 3-run double and 4 RBIs overall. On the pitching side of things, what can you say about John Lackey? He started Game 7 for the Angels back in 2002 when they clinched, and now he starts Game 6 for the Red Sox.
You know, with Michael Wacha, the young kid, getting all the attention because he's the phenom coming out of nowhere, it seemed like John Lackey was pushed off to the side. But people must forget or should remember how good he is in big games, and he showed up here tonight again. And I think he likes that role, being the underdog. He came out here tonight, got through a couple tough jams early, and yet he dominated the game and got deep into the game so the bullpen could do their job.
It all comes together for the Red Sox, both offensively and on the pitching side of things, as they clinch at home here at Fenway Park for the first time since 1918. For Jack Morris, I'm Tim McMaster for MLB.com.